Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Might and Magic booth. I'm Gandhi, joined by the two finalists here in our Road to Paris at our GenCon event. We have MarketeerFred here. MarketeerFred, you had a very quick semifinal matchup. Can you kind of walk me through that a little bit?
Sure. Both of us were relatively aggro, so we were attacking each other a lot. Typically, my opponent wanted to try to clear a lane and then play, what's that, fortune? The one that gives you +2 to the power of someone to just come in and sweep me out. I just wanted to stall the board out and just beat him down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, were you expecting to win that one after taking that first loss?
No, he was level 92.
Okay.
I assumed that meant much better card pool access, lots of experience. Yeah. I figured I was going to lose fair and square. He had higher elo. Yeah. It didn't work out that way, but I certainly wouldn't have been deeply upset if I'd lost that match.
Awesome. Are you excited to be here in the finals?
Oh, obviously.
Obviously?
Yeah. I just play a lot of games, so it doesn't show as much.
Did you play this game before this weekend?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you like most about the virtual aspect of it?
The games are actually pretty quick most of the time. They slow down if you're playing against control. Yeah. Typically, once you're used to your deck and you play quickly, you're done in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's very intuitive.
Okay.
And generally, there's a nice tactical aspect because of the grid layout.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Cryxious. So, Cryxious, you went down 0-1. I got a little bit nervous for you. Walk me through that moment, man.
So, obviously top deck skills to Shredder for coming in that first game. I didn't expect him to get so many Armageddons, but I knew at a certain point that if we went so late into the game, we were at 15, 16 resources, I kind of felt like, okay, something's got to give here. I didn't know if I'd have a chance to really fight my way back into it. But I think I saw so much of his deck that it made me realize that I needed to really go on the offensive.
Gotcha. And
so that was a big way. And, I got two great starting hands. Wolf Captains, what can I say? They're my MVPs.
Dude, they're amazing. So, for you versus him, it's really all about keeping it into the middle game. Like, you want to end it by mid-game. You don't want it to go...
I really don't want to. I mean, the thing with Adar Malik is that he has the special ability where my hero has the ability to heal all my creatures. Mm-hmm. His can just constantly bring guys that have died the previous turn back out. So it's one of those tactics I have to think about. And you could see in my last couple of games, I was actually trying to hold back some creatures because in case Armageddon came out, I needed to make sure I had some troops to put back out on the field.
Awesome. So you made it to the grand finals?
Ooh, let me tell you, it's going to be fun. I mean, I believe MarketeerFred's got a great deck. I think I've got a great deck, and we both, roughly started around the same time. So I think this is how it should go down. All
right. So it's going to be a best-of-5 series here. Is that going to change up any strategy for both of you? That question goes to both.
I don't think so. I think I'm, once I get that first game, it'll depend on my play style. I'm sure he'll do the same way and try and figure out, how much tactical, does he want to apply pressure, things like that. But Fred?
I want to play faster because I'm getting hungry.
All right. Well, gentlemen, good luck here.
Okay, thank you.
You guys can take your seats, and we're going to get ready to start the show. So
Excellent.
Best of luck to both of you.
Let's do this. Sure.
Woo.
Thank you.
So we are going to go to a quick commercial break as the players get seated. Guys, don't go anywhere. When I come back, I'll be joined by Chase, and it will be the grand finals. So stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals. I am Gandhi alongside of Chase. We are at the Might and Magic Duel of Champions booth. Chase, it's been a long weekend.
It has been a long weekend.
A long weekend.
We are at the climax.
You win this thing, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he just likes touching my ear.
I don't. You can't get anything right, man.
Oh, these noobs, man.
This is the grand finals here. I just talked to both competitors. Both are very, very confident. The best of three, we said, we did see, as Cryxious said, he may change up a little bit depending on how it goes. And then MarketeerFred basically said, I'm going to be rushing because I'm hungry.
Oh, so MarketeerFred wants to get out of here. He wants to win. He wants to go on to Paris. The winner of this event here is going to face 3 other U.S. Live Tournament winners in a playoff to go to Paris. So winning this one is just going to put him so much closer to doing that. Either way, the winner is going to walk away with the Herald of the Void box set and 3,000 seals. And we've got a great prize for the runner-up. So these guys have come really far today, they've already won in our hearts.
Big journey here. So taking a look at Cryxious' first hand here, he has the option to mulligan if he really wants to. And looking at it, I think he's okay with it.
He's probably going to keep it. Yeah, he's got some stuff to put out early.
Yep,
he's got that tax collector. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to see here right off the beginning here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very strange. You're going to see Cryxious. He's going to put 3 points into his might, and then he's going to put 4 points into his magic, and he's really going to try to rely on these fireballs here in the mid game.
Absolutely.
Nope, we're seeing a little bit of early game damage here. Nothing crazy. He doesn't have to worry too much. And mainly here, we're going to see as MarketeerFred's going to really put on the pressure here. We're already seeing it's going to be a lot of creature pressure, and he's just stacking his front row, man. This looks a lot like my
game. Brings out the ghouls. He's putting up 3 of them now. This is going to be a really interesting counterplay to Cryxious. We were talking before. The only way that he's going to get out ahead of us is if he does rush, if he does get in the attack early. He doesn't let Cryxious get his cards and control the board. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can hold him off. MarketeerFred just steamrolled the last round. So,
I mean, that was like a 15-minute series.
We had barely started the other one when we got the update.
I mean, right now, depending on what Cryxious does here, he does have the Wolf Captain. Very, very strong early champion. You see it has 5 health. He can block significant damage here, especially from this front row of creatures, and I think he's going to deploy him. You're going to see him put him right there in the 3rd row, and now he's going to absorb a little bit of damage. And so he's only going to lose 2 damage to his champion, nothing crazy here, and we're seeing the movement.
The move tax collector over. He's gonna sacrifice the extra resource per turn just to stop the 2 damage from going through. He knows that he's going to come at him, straight for the throat, and he's just going to try and stop as much damage as possible right off the bat.
Yeah, and MarketeerFred, I think going into this, Cryxious knew, like, okay, he's gonna, if I give him too much early game easy damage, then I'm gonna pay the price. So
absolutely, and that's something. Yeah, and that's something that he normally does is let those go through while he builds up those things, but he's not going to let him do it this time.
So it is now on to Cryxious here. He has his 3 in might, so we're going to see him level up his magic next. The tax collector actually didn't take any damage here, so he's still going to be okay. The Wolf Captain's still there, going to keep getting the buffs as time goes on. He doesn't have to worry too much about that taking damage, but he's going to inflict a little bit of damage here, but it's going to be interesting to see how he lays these next creatures down there.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot to work with the creatures. I wonder if he's probably just going to do the direct damage so he can get a couple hits through. The creatures that he has on the board are not high attack, they're very defensive oriented, so he's not going to get a lot out of that. Yeah, he doesn't have the best combo to work with, and you can see him thinking about this. He's not quite sure what he wants to do. He wants to hold him off at least another one, but who knows what MarketeerFred's going to do for the next round. He needs to take out creatures as quick as possible before Fred. Yeah, he absolutely has to.
But the one thing that is going to be scary for MarketeerFred here is if this game does go into the mid game, and we do see,
he pulls the sunburst on him.
And we do see that fireball. I mean, look, you can already tell by the grouping right here that Cryxious is going to kind of have his way with it.
Yeah. He's going to pull out his unique spell here, get a nice little blocker out there.
Yep. The captain here, he still can do some physical damage if he really wants to.
Yeah, he's only going to drop about 1 damage to the Lingering Ghost because of the incorporeal ability, but might be worth pecking away at it. Nope, and he's just going to let it go.
Not worried about it. He doesn't want to take any damage there, you know.
It's true.
I mean, he has 5 health for a reason. He can afford 2 rounds here.
Absolutely.
Without any problem. No. Oh, no. A little bit late here, but he's going to still throw it in there.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
No,
he was like contemplating taking it back, like, I hope
like,
you
have
lose,
fun.
you terrible person. Like, your soul is mine.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Okay, just kidding.
So, sportsmanship here, showing at such a top level.
Yeah, we've got the classy esports athletes coming out today.
Yeah, I'm not classy. If I was playing, there would be nothing but trash talk.
These guys are almost perfectly matched in ELO, with Cryxious having a slight advantage, but not by any considerable margin.
Yeah, that's just like one game difference, man.
Yeah.
And what's funny was, as Cryxious was saying, they both kind of started off at the same time playing this game. They both logged basically about the exact same amount of hours. And so he's really looking forward to playing this.
Yeah, these guys have been at it for a while. They knew this was coming here. They were getting ready for GenCon. Like, they came here to win. These are not the scrub lords that some people have signed up. Like, these two belong in the finals. These are the best of the best here today.
Oh, he may use the spell here.
Yeah, but there's an event card out there that's causing all of his spell cards to cost one more resource than they normally do. So that's going to be a tough one for him here. Early in the game, he doesn't have a lot of resources to spare. He needs to make every single one count.
Well, the Holy isn't a bad decision there, just because, you know, it can absorb damage, but he doesn't have any creatures out there going to be doing a lot of damage. But luckily with this buff here, that's going to help him out, wipe out that creature, end the turn, and now it is on to MarketeerFred.
He's going to drop one on the attack collector. That's interesting. A card that is not about the attack, but giving him a little kick there.
Yep. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly happens in this next round for Cryxious, as we're seeing a lot of damage go down. And the Wolf Captain was taken out in the previous round, so you're not going to see him get these ridiculous buffs, but I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, I think he's done an impressive thing here, because he stopped that attack. MarketeerFred tried to come after him, tried to get that early damage in. He got a little bit done, but Cryxious is holding on with the wall here.
Yep, he does have his line of defenses. He will be able to take 1 damage to the champion if he really wants it.
he thought about saving something, but he's going to wait for the next time.
He's just like, you know, I do hate you. Deep down, you are a bad person.
Remember when I said good luck, have fun? What I really meant was screw you.
Yep. Taking a look here, he can do 3 damage. It's going to be interesting to see if he really wants to do that. None of his creatures can handle it. They're going to be wiped off the board.
Yeah, if he doesn't do something to get rid of that lingering ghost, he's going to lose the guard there. I don't think he's too worried about that, but it is something to consider.
Yep. And so there's no real need for him to actually increase his magic and...
Oh, no, he's going to pull it out.
Interesting. So, he does have the double. We may see a lot of creatures just get wiped off this board, man. Is he going to do it? So there's the 1.
Yeah.
Yep, down to 19.
He gets a little slap in there. Just
coming
to say
in hot.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, coming in hot.
Pay him back for that 4 damage earlier.
I want to know if he's going to use the spell, dude. It's going to be such a tough spot for him. I think it's almost better if he does the one with the row. What is that one called? Where it does damage to the row and your row.
Oh, yeah. I don't know the name of the
right
card.
there.
I'm
Sunburst.
such a noob, but
Sunburst.
yeah, the Sunburst.
It's not a bad idea, because he has cards that can fill that void a little bit better than some of the other ones. And we're going to see
and he's just going to do a start over there.
Yep. He's like,
Now he's got the cards that he wants. He's going to wipe it out. He's going to play from scratch here. He's down to 3 cards, but he knows that he can get a lot quickly.
And the card advantage is going to go in favor here of MarketeerFred, and that's a little bit scary with how fast-paced he does play.
And so he's going to drop another incorporeal creature out here.
And that's going to be the end of his turn.
So the beauty of MarketeerFred's deck is that he has a strong incorporeal deck. I haven't seen a lot of magic creatures from Cryxious, so that's going to be really difficult for him. MarketeerFred's hero allows all of his incorporeal creatures to have +1 health. So that's going to be a tough thing to overcome. But as long as he keeps hitting him with the spells, I think that he'll be all right.
Contemplating throwing down the marksman, and he's going to draw a card. Very, very smart play. He has no need right here at the 3-4-1. If for those of you who are just tuning in, with the way he sets up his deck, he does not need to put any more points in there. So now he's going to try to claw his way back into the card advantage.
He's going to be drawing 2 cards every single turn. Yeah, he doesn't need anything else.
Yep.
Oh, and he's going to bring out the Death Seeker to get rid of the Expert Marksman. Going to bring out the
Wow, big play here. We do have basically the Hellstorm, as I like to call it, making its presence known. It's going to be pretty awesome to see this, man. Right now, MarketeerFred has no idea that he has that. And based on how we've kind of seen him set up, it's kind of been like grouped up in a way where that fireball can do a lot of damage, and he gets
Keeps
another
drawing
good
that
draw.
fireball. He's got those spells, and that's going to be his key to winning this, because with his creatures aren't going to go up well against Fred's creatures because of the incorporeal ability, but he does have those spells. It doesn't matter. He can do damage to them that way.
Yep, so 14 to 18 here.
He's got the Death Seeker. I feel like he's saving it for a special occasion,
Yeah.
but that could be a chance to come in and even up the health a little bit between the heroes. He's got mostly defensive creatures other than that.
Yeah, I think he's contemplating if he wants to use this or not. It's really just going to be for a blocker, and it's really about it. Now, if he does the 3 damage here, he can wipe out the back row. I don't think it's worth it.
No,
So he's not worried about taking damage.
Going to drop the Tax Collector. He's going to let that 2 go through. It's going to put him in a dangerous position, because if he turns it over now with that Ghost on the board, that's going to drop him to 12 health.
Yeah. Oh, man. Is he going to do it? It's almost unnecessary, because he doesn't really have anything in that row that's going to end up cleaning it up, but it's going to still chip away there. In this early game phase, we are seeing as 6 health is a big
Yeah,
creature
6
card to
health
play.
is a big.
Wow.
There you go. He gets rid of the lick.
Nope. Get rid of the lick here. This is only going to do 2 damage, so he's going to be down to 12 here on his champ. And he's approaching the halfway mark, so soon he has to start being a little bit more cautious, but nothing crazy right now. He doesn't have to worry about getting good draws and throwing creatures out the block. Right now, he just really needs to draw and get the
Drops the Vampire Knight. There have to be some hardcore fantasy fans out there who are absolutely furious with our pronunciation of the lick. We go between the Wyvern and the Wyvern. We're going to get some angry YouTube comments later. I'm sorry.
Not worried about it.
I love you.
I won't read them. That's all you. That's your job.
I'm going to be trolling for days.
So he did get the draw here, and he's going to do like 1 damage to the champion. Nothing too significant. The fireball really has no point of being used at this point, for those of you there, and the reason why is because for the bang of his buck for using that, he's not going to get anything out of it, really.
Yeah, they're both playing, their creatures are both very defensive right now, so it's like they're not going to do a whole lot of damage. Cryxious has those damage spells waiting for him, but he just hasn't had an opportunity to really use them at this point.
Cryxious now
thinking about the Death Seeker.
He's not going to use the Death Seeker. There's just no way.
He's thinking of that. He goes to it every turn. He wants to drop it down.
What was that for?
The Blind Brother.
What does that do?
No, I didn't read it closely enough.
Hashtag you're a developer. These are what you have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. So, looking at the fireball here. He's going to go for it.
He's going to drop it, but he's not going to have any attack from the Tax Collector.
And he's just going to throw up the guard and say, you know what, man? Just bring it, dude. I'm just going to kind of absorb some damage here. The guard's going to be alive here for 2 damage, or for 2 turns, unless something crazy happens with MarketeerFred.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of an attack on the Vampire Knight, because on his attack he's going to be able to regain those 2 health with the life gain. It's going to stay on the board. He's got to get rid of that as quickly as possible.
Yep. And now, if you're taking a look here at the top right of MarketeerFred, we see as there's absolutely no points into the magic, so we are safe to assess that he has no spells.
Yes, this is a creature deck. He is trying to get out as many creatures as possible. He is not trying to do any crowd control with the spell.
Yeah, and that's actually the deck that I prefer, just because it's much more straightforward.
Absolutely.
And we are seeing the zigzag here. So the zigzag's basically preventing him from getting too much damage. If another fireball comes out, he has to be cautious about that. Cryxious is known for that. Cryxious is turned out. He does have his front row. He does not have the Wolf Captain in his hand, which would be super nice for him right now. But going to draw a card, and okay, so he's got another one of those cards where he's just going to do the Sunburst, which is going to do 3 damage to the entire row wherever he places it. And it's not really helping him at all. Row 2 is kind of like where his focus is.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. And that incorporeal ghost at the top is up with 8 health, and he's going to need to drop
it's something about
several
guys with purses who just walk straight through the camera. I don't get it. He's like clueless.
They just want to be seen. They just want to be seen.
Like, hey man, check out this purse. Swear to God, I
forget your silly card game.
Is he gonna go for a second double back? Oh, he realizes that he was in the wrong.
Perception is everything.
I can't wait for him to come back here. He's like, oh, hi, can I play on this station? No, actually you can't. We're watching a tournament. So sorry about your luck, boss. So Cryxious it is still his turn. Doing a little bit of damage here. He's going to end the turn. 6 resources left. It's okay. He's not in too much of a bind. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a best of 5, so it's the first of 3 victories. Well taken.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, Cryxious is just like waiting for Fred to do something to respond to. But it hasn't given him much to work with.
He has no creatures that are going to do any kind of damage, man.
Yeah, he's pulling out the Peddler over there, which isn't going to do anything for him because he already has the unique spell out. He has the Pal Deathseeker, which is a very situational card. It's not going to do anything for him. As many cards as he pulls, he's just not getting what he wants right now, which is strange because his deck is normally about options. He's just not seeing them right now.
Yeah, man, not at all. And he does he's getting the card advantage here as. Here it comes, man. He's got no more creatures left on the board besides one who does absolutely no damage at all. And MarketeerFred is really in the driver's seat. He's down all the way to 9. And you got to say, I think this game 1's going to go to MarketeerFred.
Yeah, it's looking like that right now. He hasn't let him do anything with his cards. He hasn't set up any combos, any kind of strategy. He just keeps chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. No
He's got to use the
damage.
Deathseeker at this point. It's getting to the point where row 3 is just going to go bye-bye.
Well, he's got to get rid of the leg. Yep.
Get rid of it. Moving forward. Man.
Yeah, he still has no attack.
He keeps hovering over this event. Like he really wants to use it, and finally.
And he's going to use it. He's going to do enough.
I can do 1 damage.
Yeah, I don't see what that's going to do for him, but
he should have waited for that and put it on the Deathseeker when he came out.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything for him. Luckily, he still has some low resource cards he's going to be able to play.
Yep.
He's going to play another one.
Do a little bit of damage here.
And that's just enough to wipe the Vampire Knight. He doesn't need the Tax Collector at this point. He has enough resources. His cards are low level enough. It does nothing for him. And that's going to take 1 threat off the board.
So this is going to be good for him, actually, because I was getting ready to say, this is going to put him at a spot where he's going to be a little bit worrisome. He's still going to take 4 damage to his champ unless he throws out 1 of his creatures to kind of just absorb damage here. He has yet to use his champion spell, whatever that might be. He can either draw a card. And he's going to go for it. Yes, he is. And we're going to see increased might. So down goes the Deathseeker, which is standard because you can only play it for 1 round here. And this is good for him. He's looking okay. Chase, what are you thinking, boss?
Right now I'm just trying to wait and see what they're doing. I don't think he realized that last one, the Deathseeker, that he was going to get +2 attack when it came out, giving him +5. He maybe should have dropped that on.
The Deathseeker! Does he have another one?
Oh, wow! He's pulling out the
Deathseekers,
Deathseekers, dropping it right back on him.
It's going to be 2 health here. And what happened?
Nope. He's not going to have the instant
attack. He's going to have 1 more round here.
Oh, well, he has the Wolf Captain, so he has the chance to build a wall around these 3 opposing creatures.
Man, this is going to be interesting here. He's going to have to draw a card. He has to draw a card.
Yeah, he has to take a card.
100% has to draw a card.
He can put up some defense, but it's just not going to be enough. That's going to be good for him. He's got the Radiant Glory out there. He's going to drop the Wolf Captain.
Is he going to drop the Wolf Captain? We're not saying anything yet.
Oh, there it is.
Yet another one, and here this comes. So,
I'm going to drop the Shooter because that's...
MarketeerFred has health on his side. If he drops the Marksman, I don't know if it's ideal. I think he has to go with the Glory to get the +1.
Absolutely. Well, he's going to drop that. He still has enough to drop the Glory. He's trying to build his wall up here. MarketeerFred does not look worried. He's confident with the crossed arms. He's just waiting to see what's happening. He probably has something up his sleeve that he's ready to drop on this next one. Cryxious is hanging on for dear life at this point.
Yeah, he cannot afford anything here. And that's going to do it for his turn. So it is now up to MarketeerFred. He has no spells, as you guys have noticed. His magic has been won the entire game. And here comes, man. This is going to be GG, I think. And
he's going to drop the Deathseeker. So MarketeerFred goes up 1-0 in the best of 5 for the GenCon Road to Paris finals here. We're going to move on to the next game. He knows that he kind of eked by on that one. Could have gone a lot worse for him.
Cryxious, as we saw, traditionally you're going to see like he gets those 2 early fireballs and he starts really putting them to use. But really, the rush of MarketeerFred, really, I don't think he's used to it. I mean, the last every
threw him
game,
off. It threw him off.
Every round of Cryxious has been like very slow and methodical and time to really think and set up his army and.
He didn't get enough time to attack. Exactly.
Yeah.
He had to set it up. He had to get a strategy in place. He wasn't able to do it. He was just trying to play defense the entire time, and he was never able to recover. But as we've seen, Cryxious is a very academic player.
That's true.
He's probably learning a lot from this. You know, you see him like thinking about it, and we'll probably see him go into it with a little bit different strategy this time.
This might be a mulligan. I think he's okay with it. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to keep it. He has those 2 task collectors out early, which are going to be good for him. Puts up defense, gives him a little bit of extra resource to work with in the initial couple turns.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Cryxious is going to start off with putting 3 points into his might, 4 points into his magic, and he's not even going to touch the destiny. He has no need for it.
No fortunes,
and he actually does have some good spells here. There's a lot. He's got 2 deal 2 damage. So this is actually looking pretty good for him, and plus he has what happened to him last time with the sunburst is going to probably happen to him again this time because he just drew him again. Basically, what the sunburst does is you put it in the row, and whatever row it's in, it does damage to you and your enemy.
Yep.
So,
which if you have high health enough creatures, you know that's a sacrifice you can take to end up taking them out. But the key here is he going to be able to draw creatures in the next couple turns?
Man.
He has
find out.
He has no creatures in hand. He has the Death Seeker.
That's good. I think he use it.
Yeah, it might be good to get it out there. But if he isn't able to start drawing creatures quickly and he gets more of these spells, he's going to be in a really bad spot if MarketeerFred is dropping nothing but creatures.
Tax collectors are out. We may see the Death Seeker be
collecting
used.
that money.
Yeah, just stealing from the rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giving to the poor. The Robin Hood.
Cryxious, the Robin Hood of Duel Champions.
He's contemplating here. He may go for it. I think he's going to go for it.
That's going to take out. You don't want that on the board. Anytime you drop it in front of it, it's going to cripple the card.
Nice.
It's not heavy attack, so he doesn't want to see that happen.
And it's all going to be tied up here, 18 and 18. Board advantage is going to be going in favor of Cryxious here. And now it's going to be 18-16. Keep in mind, it has to go all the way down to 0 to win. We have seen people get decked, but at this level,
we did see a decking earlier.
If they get decked, we're going to be here for an hour in this game.
These guys have a treasure trove of cards that they have to play. I doubt that we're going to see that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
MarketeerFred definitely thrown off his game, though. He's used to very quick matches, getting out ahead of it, and Cryxious is at least giving him a run for his money this time.
Yeah, and you know, as we saw at the last game, we saw that MarketeerFred got those early creatures out there. He had basically a front row in the first 2 turns.
Absolutely, with those ghouls right out there.
And now he doesn't have that.
No.
So he's like, oh, well, but luckily for him, he's got a healthy champion in the back, which is going to help him out, but it's going to be interesting here, man. He's going to go for this. He's going to throw down one of his fire bolts on him, and now he's going to wipe him out. This is worth it.
He's going to get rid of the lick there.
And so now, waiting to see, will he throw out the Death Seeker? There's no real need for it.
He's going to drop the Holy Praetorian.
Praetorian?
Yeah.
What is with you guys in these names? Some of these names are just...
fantasy, man.
I get it, but like, wow.
Like the Praetorian Guard.
Yep. I get it. I understand.
No, it's like a defensive thing.
Stop going to kill me.
So it's going to get out the defense. MarketeerFred is not dropping creatures right now. He's going to bring out his unique, which is strange that I can't believe that he brought out the Atropos right now.
Yeah.
The special ability of this unique creature is that it pulls 2 creatures from the graveyard and puts them back in your deck. But pulling that out there now does not a whole lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
You have to wonder what MarketeerFred has in his hand, because if he's playing that now, that means he does not have a lot of creatures.
No, not at all. But he has a crap ton of cards, man. I think he has 8. just eyeballing it real quick. I think it's 8. 3, 6. Yeah, it's 8.
What a strange card to play at this time.
Right?
I wonder what the thinking is behind it.
Well, Cryxious can't really do anything right now in this bottom row. I think he's gonna shift around, maybe take a little bit of damage here. Oh, well, if he does throw down the Death Seeker, we could actually see him wipe him out. This is a possibility with the Firebolt, and he's gonna do
it right now. And he got rid of the Atropos. What a strange move to play.
Weird card. Well, the other thing too is that Cryxious is normally all about the card advantage, but he's had to use all his cards to really just wipe him out. So, waiting to hang out here. Going to be watching here. This is going to be Cryxious still taking on MarketeerFred. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best-of-5 series. MarketeerFred won game number 1, and that's really been it. So we are going the distance here with this one, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So grab your 6-packs of soda and pizza and ready to hang out. Throws down here. It's going to be Cryxious' turn here. He doesn't. Normally we're going to see, we said it earlier, that we see the 3-4-1 from Cryxious, but he doesn't have any of the spells that he actually needs to use it right now, so he's probably just going to continue to draw cards, which is exactly what he just did. We may see him do a little bit of damage here in this bottom row to just kind of get rid of the creature. The creature in the bottom row here in row 4 is going to be taken out. There's nothing he can do about that, so he may just want to do just a little bit of damage, but we do have the Wolf Captain. Wolf Captain may make his presence known. And waiting to see. Wolf Captain here. He hasn't been on the board yet. He's really thinking. He basically has 2 blockers out there. So Wolf Captain now is going to be moving up into the middle of the map, and these are going to be some big buffs here. So the damage up top, there is a firefight. Chase, you just don't get it.
I do not get your pieces, my friend.
Just bend it. At the lobe? What are you talking about here, buddy?
Yeah, talking about lobes or bending.
Yeah.
Things are getting weird over here.
Just bend it here. See this right in the middle.
Yeah.
Just break it. Really? That's what I do. Oh, well, whoops.
Don't break the headset, folks.
Whoops.
Bend, but don't break.
Yeah, whatever. Don't expect. Yeah. So the board has been stacked here in favor of Cryxious. Cryxious doesn't really have to worry, but God,
but he drops
so
some
much
out there.
damage.
He still has his Wolf Captain that he can build around, but
Yep.
Definitely said, no, I am not going to deal with that right now.
Well, the great thing about this for Haven in this matchup is that he doesn't have to worry about like random fireballs and down goes the Wolf Captain, man. But like he can kind of group up and he doesn't have to worry at all because he's not going to get adjacent damage from many things.
Nope. No, he got rid of the Wolf Captain. He's bringing out a crippling creature here. The Griffin is not going to be enough to take it out. Cryxious trying to get set up, and every single time keeps getting shut down by Fred.
Yeah, MarketeerFred doing an excellent job here still. Cryxious, he's going to get 3 cards right off the break here. He's going to get an additional card, putting him at 3, so he's going to probably draw again. He hasn't gotten any fireballs, and we're seeing as we do have the Ceremonial Zigzag. So
Ceremonial Zigzag.
It's really what it is.
It's very impressive.
Everyone does the Zigzag because it's the smartest play in the book.
Yeah.
So
Smart, especially with 2 guys that have as many damage to adjacent creature spells as they do.
Yeah.
They know he wants to stay away from that.
Cryxious now pondering.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to work with
He has
here.
nothing,
Yeah,
man.
he has a Status Collector. He doesn't have a Wolf Captain out that he can build around.
Here it comes.
It's going to try and do some damage, looks like.
Nice. He's going to play the card here. He should be doing a little bit of damage here. The flyer.
No, there's nothing that he can do here. He's not going to do anything to take a creature out on this. He doesn't
he's
have
not
it.
going to take a creature out, but he's still going to be able to get some damage in. You know, the Bladed Glory is just so powerful, man.
Absolutely.
So now will he attack? I don't know, man. It's such
Yeah,
a
I don't
tough
know what
spot.
we're going to see here.
Such a tough spot.
There's nothing he can do. He's just going to have to try and
Wow.
hold on, see what he can pull the next time. He's, like we said, he's good at pulling cards. He's just going to try to have to hold on. He's really up against the ropes here.
He's down to 1 card here, too. So keep in mind he's going to get 1 at the next round, but that's... It's not looking good for Cryxious already in this game, too.
And this is tense, and these guys have been preparing for months, specifically to come to this competition and throw it down. They found each other in the finals, and that's a bad spot for him. He's going to almost clear the entire board.
That's a big play. That Death Seeker really just changed the entire game.
MarketeerFred has a vicious zigzag going on. Cryxious does not have the creatures to respond to it.
He doesn't. He has basically no damage. He does have the Marksman that's going to make its kind of his debut here in this game, too, for him. And he's going to have to draw a card.
Yeah, he's going to pull a card here. It's good that he got one of these out.
Not the worst case scenario here. He does have 7 resources to work with, so he can play 2 cards.
Yeah, he can get all the creatures out, enough to block, but the ones that MarketeerFred has on the board are going to be tough to get rid of. The likes are within danger, but that ghost down there really dangerous.
This is going to be very, very interesting to see what Cryxious does here. Probably throw out the marksman. I gotta think so. Absorb a little bit of damage here. He'll be able to take out him. And then
he'll be able to get rid of that on our next round.
Yep.
Putting the tax collector in front of that creature is a smart move. He is not going to. The crippling effect is going to do nothing to him. It's going to kill him on the next round, but at least it's going to stop any more damage from going through.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's one of the bigger things here. So deal 1 damage, and he's going to actually get another card here. So a little bit of a ballsy play from him, but it's going to work out for him. He's like, okay, it's 1 damage. I have 20 for a reason.
They've got the opposing and he adds a +1 attack
to each
bad
card.
For
Cryxious.
He's going to clear the board again right here. Oh,
board clearing. That is crippling.
Was disgusting.
That is absolutely crippling. He still has 6 resources here too. Oh no!
God, and look at that hand too. He still has tons of cards. Cryxious does not. I don't know if he's going to be able to take this one either.
I don't know if he is either, man. This is a little bit scary here. And then, oh god. So Cryxious now is in a position where he basically has to draw a card here. He has not been drawing well yet, and he does have the Wolf Captain. Wolf Captain is going to come out, and he's going to do a lot of damage.
Yep, he's going to bring it out. This is his chance to turn things around. MarketeerFred has enough cards to work with to respond to this, but this is definitely a redemption shot right here.
Yeah, that was very, very big for Cryxious. Right there is getting very scary. He had his zigzag set up very well, and we still have yet to see any big spells come out of Cryxious' drawing yet. So that's one of those like, oh man, this isn't good for him.
Yeah, he's not getting the things that he needs right now. We're seeing pretty much the same repeat of the last game. Trying to set stuff up, getting wiped, and just not being able to do it.
Yep. So he is going to play the card in the back row here.
He's going to drop one of those strong likes down.
Yeah, the likes very, very strong. And he is going to be able to do yet another zigzag. Dude, he's got so many creatures. He's down to 4 cards finally, so we're even in the card count. Wolf Captain's still hanging out.
He's got those crippling cards ahead of time, and that's going to be really tough because we're going to put it down, and it's going to nullify him.
Nice. So we're going to see a big buff here coming to the Wolf Captain, assuming all goes according to plan. And it's going to be a big buff here. So he will be able to take out 1 creature for sure and absorb some damage. But no matter what, how it's looking right now, he will be down to 7 health after this next round.
Yep.
And so that's when you start saying, okay, things are getting down to the wire here. This is a best of 5. I do not want to find myself being down 2-0.
Yeah, do you think that he has a chance to come back on this one? I'm not sure that you think...
I think he does. There's definitely time for him. There's so many times where you can see people kind of stabilize, and depending on what's in MarketeerFred's hand, he may just be kind of screwed.
Yeah, and just to let you folks on the stream know, we're about to cut out the commentary audio for just a few minutes. We're at the GenCon right now in Indianapolis, about to do an iPad giveaway for everyone who came by the ballroom today and played the 3 games that we're showing off. Even though it'll go out, we are going to be right back with commentary as we finish out these best of 5 finals here. So don't worry that you're not hearing our lovely voices soothing your game watching experience.
You're the worst.
I am a terrible person.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the booth. We just gave away our iPad, and now it is back to game number 2 here. We are seeing as Cryxious. Just got his wolf captain taken out, but he does have another one on the board, and basically his front row is looking good.
Yeah, so coming back into the game, you know, it looks like he was able to stabilize. He wasn't able to pull out the strategy that he's so great at, getting those wolf captains, building an army around them, and really controlling the board here. MarketeerFred is brought back to even health, and this is a game.
Well, it's going to be a little bit scary here for MarketeerFred. That's a big kill, but even still, he's going to have to deal with that fireball, and he's going to be losing 5 health instantly to his champion, so that's going to be significant damage here, especially if he uses that fireball the way I think he's going to, which is going to be basically in row 2, right in the back lane.
Yeah, the key to his strategy right here, it has to be taking out those wolf captains, because without those, it totally neutralizes Cryxious' attack. And looking at the card advantage that MarketeerFred has right now, this could be his chance to come back and get rid of some of those
you know what,
wolf captain advantage.
He's got to place this one in the 3rd row. So this is what's going to happen. He has to place the card back in the 3rd row. He's going to do some damage.
There we go.
And now
Spectre's
here's going to
out.
come the fireball into the back row, and this... Ooh, it's not going to be GG, but he's going to be left with 4 health if he does use the fireball. But he does have a death captain here, so he's going to be left with 1 health if he does this the way I believe he's going to. He's going to use the event card here. He's going to get everyone a +1.
Oh,
so
that's
going to
be a punch.
GG. As long as he uses the fireball in the back row, row 2.
Got to get rid of that card.
He should be okay here. Oh, he's not even going to use the fireball. He's going to go for it. He's going to do 3 damage here. And
Summers on the Entropos.
Here comes. And here comes the Death Seeker, and that is going to be GG.
Wow, and Cryxious comes back after getting shut down early.
Oh,
I don't think he was going to come back on that one. We were tied up 1-1 in the series here. He is very pleased with himself.
That's a big sigh of relief right there, man. He really needed that. He fought back there a lot. For a while there, it was like MarketeerFred, he was definitely looking very, very good. He had his creatures out in kind of like the mid-game, and he's really more of an early-game kind of deck guy.
Absolutely.
So to see him actually kind of take the lead in the mid was kind of like, oh, man, this is really worrisome for Cryxious, man.
Yeah, that was really worrisome. He learned from the first game. He wasn't able to recover ever, but he learned what he had to do. Didn't let Fred kill him too quickly and was able to slowly overpower him in the end. Fred has to get cards out faster and faster going into this next one.
Oh, he has to. He really needs to get a very, very strong starting hand. Game 1 was really exactly what we want to see from him, where he gets, those 3 creatures who would cost barely anything at all, and he can just use all his resources for that. But so, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a best of 5. We are all tied up 1-1. Here's Cryxious was able to take game number 2, and we are going into game number 3 now, as he is going to be looking at his hand. I think he likes it. I think he's going to keep this here. He does have the Wolf Captain. And he did just get a Death Seeker, so this is looking good for him already, right off the break.
He rarely takes a mulligan. He has a very well-constructed deck. He knows what he's going to pull. Yeah, he has a strategy going in every game.
Yep. So now, Cryxious is still going to do his 3-4-1. No need to change that right down. It's exactly what he's going to do every single time. He's going to increase his might just a smidge here. He doesn't really have too many cards of spells that he's like, oh, I want to use these right now. Instead, he wants to get these creatures out, and I think he's going to have a very, very scary front row here. He could use the Death Seeker here, but I doubt it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get that early cheap shot in. He wants to build up his army.
Yep.
He wants to build up that base, and I don't think either of these guys are going to make too many adjustments going in. They each serve the loss to each other. They know what they want to do, and at this point, it's really about luck of the draw. Are they going to get the cards that they need in time?
Well, we are going to see Cryxious hopefully throw down the Wolf Captain here in row 2 in the front line to really start stacking it up. He does have the cards to kind of start getting a pretty big early game advantage here with the stacks, but...
Yeah, he doesn't care about those 2 attack going through. He just wants to get it out.
Ooh, he could use this if he really wants to. It'll be okay. He'll still be able to play the Wolf Captain if he does use this.
Probably drop that down in the 3rd row, I would imagine.
That's not a bad idea. I was actually just thinking about taking out 4th row right away. But 3rd row definitely makes sense. I mean, 5 health in the first 4 rounds is pretty ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Contemplating throwing out the Wolf Captain here into row 2.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Not at all.
Smart move to get it out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to add +1 attack, +1 retaliation. That's going to be a force to have out on the board.
Yeah. So he's contemplating it, man, and he still has some attack, and he's going to go with the bottom row. So I am smarter than you. And the turn is going to end. He's going to do no damage here. He's immune to retaliation. He might as well. He's going to do 1 damage here, and that is going to be the turn, and it is now MarketeerFred's.
Those incorporeal creatures, though, are like really making it tough for him to do any damage with them. They're going to stick around. Cryxious does not have hardly any magic creatures in his deck that he's going to be able to do full damage with them.
Cryxious, there's times too in the game with the way his deck is set up where he has no creatures to do any kind of significant damage, man. It's very, very worrisome at times. So he's going to increase his magic here. He has enough points in his might, and he's going to really be looking to really draw like a fireball here in the next coming turns.
Absolutely. Now he's got an open attack on that hero right there with the Wolf Captain. He's just going to drop bombs on him right now.
Waiting to make the move here. He's thinking...
He's trying to see if there's a way he can increase his attack on this one.
Yeah.
You know, with Fred, it's like rare that you get an opportunity to get attacks through to his hero, so he wants to make the most of it.
Just checking around here, he's going to do the 1 damage.
He's just going to keep eking away at that.
So keep in mind, guys, if you are just tuning in, if you look at the card, at the very top is going to be the damage, the middle will be the retaliation, and the bottom will be your health. So, does he really want to do this?
Yep. No, I think that's the smart thing. He wants to get as much attack out early as possible. He knows how bad MarketeerFred can wipe his creatures off the board, and he's just going to make it count while he has the opportunity.
Yep. So,
he's going to
drop
the Tax Collector.
He does not have a Sunburst in his deck, so we're not going to see him sacrifice anything in the row 3 here in this next coming turn. But MarketeerFred still has 5 resources to work with, as yet another guy with the man purse is just going to walk.
Was that a 3rd man purse?
Third man purse just walked straight through the cameras.
That's like, amazing.
Oh, I see these cameras here, man, but like I would walk around, but nah, this is much quicker route.
Purse magnetism.
I'm waiting for the guy with the... You got to walk around.
You want to go around.
You walk straight through them, which is the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
How could all these cameras work?
I'm waiting for the guy with like the Segway to come through and just like rip all the cameras down,
just
watch like every one of Kona's production just annihilate him.
drop attacks on the camera equipment the way that Cryxious is trying to drop attacks on MarketeerFred right now.
You know those stations or the stations? Yeah, stations. You know the little ropes that connect the 2 poles. I guess they're like a necessity because people are just mindless.
That would be amazing.
Well, what can you do though? I thought it was common knowledge, but hey, whatever. You see lights on with cameras, but we'll walk through it.
Did you see the look of total confusion?
Yeah.
Why am I not
It's the
able
man
to
purse, dude. It's like, I kind of like the purse. It brings out my features.
Bestows magical powers. He's going to drop a nice Tax Collector there. He's going to give Wolf Captain that extra attack boost.
He's going to go for the magic here. He is now in his comfort zone. Oh, this is really looking good for him. He is out of resources, so this is going to do his round. He may attack. He might as well.
There,
Yeah, he might as well do some damage here.
And I really wish he could wipe that off because it's not.
Nice.
Yeah. He doesn't want that Wolf Captain to be crippled.
Nope. That's the beauty of Haven. You can move so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he's going to get rid of that. The Wolf Captain is back to its regular state. He's going to need to build some cards up around that to keep it in there.
Oh snap!
Oh wow!
Oh
he's going to get rid of the Wolf Captain with the graveyard card.
Man, you can see Cryxious really did not want that to happen. He did draw another Wolf Captain though, so he's okay. But he doesn't really have any other creatures to really boost the Wolf Captain up, so I doubt we'll see him actually be played here unless he just wants to absorb some damage.
Now let's see if he can wipe some of these creatures out, but yeah, he's just going to need to block as much as possible, and he's in a really bad spot right now with MarketeerFred having a zigzag. He's not going to be able to drop any mass damage.
Take out the bird.
No.
Take out the
bird has got to go.
The bird is not the word here in Might and Magic.
Oh! And he's going to end all of them. He's going to pull out the Wolf Captain. Wow, what a return on that one.
Great job. Wolf Captain now.
The singular FU back to Fred out on the board.
He's like, oh
He's not having any of it.
Enjoy your zigzag, bro. They're all in the graveyard. And now look at this. He has so many resources, though.
Is he going to return? No, he couldn't go back to the full zigzag, but
nice.
MarketeerFred is back in the action here.
So he's really going to look to try to build up this Wolf Captain as best he can, but at the same time he does have a Death Seeker, so we may see him just kind of come into row 4 and just kind of wipe out that creature just because why not?
Absolutely.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Those creatures, man.
Well, he has 2 creatures that he can use to block those other 2. That Ghoul is not going to be able to take out either of them. If I were him, I would look for the opportunity to hit the hero in the top row with Cloud Death Seeker, but it could go either way.
Well, that's only going to bring him down. It's only going to bring him down to 11. I don't know. I guess it's free damage to to the
Yep,
champion.
nope, he is going to use it. He's going to use it against the ghoul. It's an interesting...
I'm with that, man. I'm fine with getting those duels out. Those 2 damage there, and they do have the retaliation, so depending on what you throw there, it can end up creeping up on you. It's just one of those things where it's like, why have them on the board here?
Yeah.
Let's make them draw from cards. And as you're looking at the cards here, MarketeerFred does only have 3. So he will be getting 4, and now that puts him in the spot where he does only have 4 gain, or might rather, and so he's probably going to have to use that. He's not going to be able to draw yet another card.
He wants to get as much off the board as possible because he knows he's just going to be trying to flood the creatures.
MarketeerFred's turn here. He's going to be strolling through his graveyard, just taking a look as to see what he lost. That's going to be interesting.
I wonder if he's regretting that Pallet Destiny. You're looking back at it longingly. Oh man, I wish I had that for something else.
The Wolf Captain hanging out here. Ooh.
He's going to use the Atropos. It's a unique creature. It's going to bring 2 back out from the graveyard. Using it appropriately this time. We saw him in the second game use it with no creatures in the graveyard, but that's going to help him out this time.
And you know, Cryxious has yet to draw a fireball or anything, and right now this is really looking like Marketeer's game. To be honest here, when you look at just the health difference on the board, and then on top of that you look at the damage that Cryxious can put out, there's no significant amount of damage here. He can throw this up into his first row and kind of buff up the Wolf Captain, but I'm not seeing it.
He's going to draw one there. He's going to get another Radiant Glory.
Nice. That's always good.
That is exactly what he needs out there, because that's a lot of base damage for a cheaper card. It's going to throw out the Tax Collector in the top there, his favorite card.
Yeah. He really likes that Tax Collector. Is he going to go with this? He could use the Pile of Death Seeker to kind of wipe out this 4th row and then place yet another card there, but I don't know. He may just want to build up the front line. It's going to be a very, very gutsy call here. I'm glad I'm not the one making the decision.
Yeah, he's going to need to get rid of... there you go. He's going to need to get rid of that Spectre eventually, because as the Wolf Captain grows, he's got a full cadre of 3 cards around him. He's going to want to start using that attack on the enemy here as soon as possible. It's only going to drop half damage on the Spectre.
Yeah.
Drop him down to 4.
And that's going to do it for the turn here.
He doesn't want the retaliation.
He wants no part of that here. Now it's going to be MarketeerFred's turn
here.
And
that's going to get rid of the Wolf Captain on the attack. Wow, what a dangerous play there. Holy crap, he takes out all his cards. You think at this point he might as well have hit him to just get some health down. That thing's not going anywhere.
Yeah, hindsight 2020, but God.
Wow, Cryxious is not a fan of what's happening right now. MarketeerFred just brought the pain. He's going to drop another Blind Brother with +1 attack there.
That's a very questionable play to put that card there. Depending on what Cryxious draws here, he does have everything set up. So if he does have a Fireball, oh my God, the damage of a Fireball right now will be insane. He did not draw it though, so he can draw a card right now. It's exactly what he has. The creatures to play. He does have the Wolf Captain, which is going to be fine to throw out there. He does have a Death Seeker as well. He can do 3 damage to a row. He's got to use his resources wisely, but if I'm him, I really want to draw a card right away and just see what's going to happen.
He's got to start going after those incorporeal creatures because, as we've seen, he's had a really tough time getting him off the board. They're just sitting there pestering him the whole time.
It takes half damage.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. They took out his Wolf Captain that whole time. He could have dropped a 4 attack right on the hero. Now he's going to put it right back in harm's way.
Yep. Put it right there and start building up his army as best as he can.
He has to use those spells to go after the Spectre. Otherwise, it is just going to come after him the entire game.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. He still has yet to draw a card. Not really that big of a fan of the decision behind that, but that's
attack. Get rid of the Blind Brother.
And now it's going to be time to draw a card. If he gets the Fireball, he is in a great position to really just kind of take over the game here.
Yep. He's just trying to hold on. See if he pulls it. Nope, but that's going to give him a lot of attack on the board.
He could use the Death Seeker right now in the bottom row and kind of take over that, but he may. I don't know if he's going to.
Yeah, he has to get that Fireball out on the board. Because he can add as much attack as he wants to any of his creatures, because none of them are magic. They're not going to do damage. I mean, you have the majority of the cards out on MarketeerFred's board right now are incorporeal, and they're just not going to take a lot of damage from what he has out.
Still looking at the board here.
And he's going to close out the Praetorian Guard. Going to do -1 on the attack for the Wolf Captain.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world here for Cryxious. His bird's going to take a little bit of damage. And now we're seeing a little bit of board movement. Oh,
and again with the masked graveyard getting rid of the Wolf Captain.
Oh, God,
Holy
we have a full
cow.
board here, man.
Oh, no, his back is against the wall here.
He's got to, he has to 100% draw a fireball. If he draws a fireball, row 3 and 4 is going to just be erased. It will no longer exist. Oh, God, this is so heartbreaking.
Not going to do it for him. That is not going to do it for him. I can see him at least holding on for maybe 1 or 2 more turns here, but he's going to have to pull that sooner or later because things are looking really ugly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the spell damage to take those incorporeal creatures. The entire front row of MarketeerFred's board is all incorporeal, and his creatures are not going to do anything to that.
Yeah, and MarketeerFred is going to be able to do 16 damage at the beginning of the next round. So, depending on what's there, he's going to be...
If he can get rid of those.
He can do a lot of damage, man. The Wolf Captain has been taken out. We're going to see there's a little bit of damage is going to be done here.
Rest in peace to the Wolf Captain.
Yeah. Dude, the Wolf Captain's really... He's struggling, man. He is just struggling.
Yeah, the Wolf Captain has been neutralized about every turn this game.
So this is only going to do 1 damage to him. The reason why is because it's incorporeal, so it has to be magic to do the exact same amount of damage as what's on the card. So this is not what he wants. He's going to go ahead and reline, and ooh, great play
the
there.
Sunburst, clear out those. He gets rid of half the incorporeal creatures on the deck. The card that MarketeerFred's been using to counter that Wolf Captain has been a Mass Graveyard. It's a fortune card that instantly kills, you discard one of your cards, and it instantly kills any creature on the board with a cost of 2 or less. And as great as the Wolf Captain is, it doesn't cost very much, and it puts it in the danger zone of getting wiped out with that card every time.
You know, I think he needs to use the Death Seeker in row 1 and just do the damage. I think that's the right play. Take out the 1 card.
Well, it's not going to do it because it's not a magic creature.
Oh, God, that's heartbreaking.
It's like the creatures, he can get no creature damage.
Clock's ticking, and that's going to be the round. So, ladies and gentlemen, in between every round, you have 2 minutes to make your decision here. And already it's gone.
He's going to allow 5 points of damage to go through.
He's approaching the halfway mark here. He doesn't have to worry about too much damage. His glory's going to be okay. He's going to just move him down and throw something here. And oh, God.
Oh, he's going to replay the Atropos.
Is this going to be
more?
That's going to be interesting.
That was a good play. He's just trying to get some creatures back in his deck. MarketeerFred obviously not liking what he had, and he just pulls them right back out on the board.
So the awesome thing about that is MarketeerFred's basically saying, hey, listen, if you really want to take 5 damage to my hero, go for it. But I'm going to be doing 5 to you, and that's much more significant since you're going to be left with 6. We're going to see the buff here. And Marketeer's going to draw the card, and he
gets a fireball.
That's not bad.
It's going to be helpful for him. He's trying to get rid of those cards, but it's not exactly what he wanted right now. Right now, he needs to drop a game changer.
Yeah,
he needs something that is going to switch it around, because just eking away like he's been doing is not going to work.
Nah, not at all.
As quickly as MarketeerFred's able to get rid of his cards, it's just not going to be enough.
So he's gonna take the damage here. It's going to bring him all the way down to 7. He can use the Firebolt and take out row 3 if he really wants to, but I don't know if he wants to do. He doesn't necessarily have to use it, which is good. So
it doesn't, but this would be a good chance to get rid of that Spectre. I mean, if you remember, that Spectre's been looming in the game for quite a while now. Yeah, brought back by the Atropos again.
God, the Atropos, man,
ridiculous.
Just the worst card to go against. So pondering
personal
his move
favorite
here.
of mine.
He may do some damage here, but he may also relocate, which I think he kind of wants to absorb some damage.
Yeah, he would rather 3 attack points go through the hero than 5, unless he's going to play something to. What can he
is he going to do the Death Seeker? I don't know if I agree with it.
Does he have enough?
He did get the +1 from it.
Yep,
so
he's going to
in
use
comes
the
Fireball, and that is going to be rest in pieces.
Yes, goodbye,
great job.
Lick.
Great job. The glory now, maybe making its way into the front row.
Looking as radiant as ever.
Yeah, just
with the
glowing majestically. That is what a baby unicorn looks like when it's born, minus the fact that it's a woman. The fact it's a unicorn.
I've never seen a unicorn before, but I'm jealous that you have.
Yeah, no, it's a documentary on History Channel.
Right.
Yeah, it's featured on Pawn Stars. So 7-7 here. We are down into the late game now. The resources are huge. and we still have yet to see one fireball make its way into Cryxious.
Yeah, he has just been big in that for turns now, and we actually thought that he was going to go down a while ago, but he still held on.
Oh, God.
Going to use the graveyard again to take one of his cards out.
He still didn't get it. So he's going to draw a card here. There's no real reason for him to do anything else besides draw a card. But he's got to be getting frustrated. He needs, if he gets the fireball, he's going to be okay. He's going to wipe out row 1, basically. And 2 is going to get taken out. So,
he's just not getting them.
He's not getting them. Yeah. I've never seen this happen.
Fred still has those incorporeal creatures out there. He's not going to be able to do any creature damage on him.
Stack it up.
Yeah. Doesn't have a lot of attack, so at least he can absorb a little bit of damage, but man, that's just not what he's looking for right now.
Not at all. So he can do some damage here if he really, really wants to, and that's kind of what we're waiting for.
Neither side looks to have an advantage right now. It seems like, every
Here we
time.
go. This is going to be good.
He's going to get the buff here. Yeah, he has enough.
With this? Nice.
He's able to take out the blind brother.
Yep. And now he's only going to do half the damage here.
He's going to do about 1 to it.
Yeah. And he's thinking about throwing more people there just to kind of absorb everything. And this is the right play.
Yep.
It's the right play.
He's going to block his marksman.
Very, very strategic play here from Cryxious. Here comes the buff. Ooh.
Yep. Enough attack to take out his marksman.
Yep. Not enough to take out the glory, though, which is still good.
The Radiant Glory is staying strong in the game here. Clears out the top row.
And you got to wonder, man, if he does get the fireball here, and I know we're talking about it so much, but it's in his hand. We always see it every time he plays. It's going to change everything.
That's all he needs. He can drop 7 attack. It's not going to be a lot for him to get the buff.
The hashtag fireball stack.
He knows. He knows it.
He can't get it, dude. And right now, if you're looking at this, it would do damage to basically rows 1 and 2.
Absolutely. Yeah, we would get rid of it. MarketeerFred has to feel some urgency right now.
Yeah, this is his game to lose, simply because Cryxious has really drawn pretty poorly here. He's going to do some
get rid
damage.
of that blind brother again.
Yep. He hates that blind brother. He does not care.
Why do you have to hate on the blind, Cryxious?
Yeah, like, what's your deal, bro? What did they ever do to you? And so that's going to be row 2. Is going to be cleaned out.
No, maybe he doesn't need the fireball after all. MarketeerFred has no cards in his hand right now, so it's going to be really hard for him to respond to that. He's going to pull another one. He has lots of creatures. That's big for top row, man. I was just looking at the top row. I was like, if he throws out any card up there, it's going to be going to take 3 damage. But now he's going to absorb all the damage that's going to be done in the top row. Absolutely.
And he's only going to take 2 damage from the second row, unless he doesn't actually have to take any damage right now, especially if he throws down the marksman.
MarketeerFred has to be pulling out some
here we go.
right now.
He's going to absorb every bit of damage. Great play.
Whoa! He didn't need the fireball after all. Look at that, Cryxious. Such a versatile player.
Is he doing this? Oh, he's going to do it. They cannot be targeted, so that is going to be huge. Oh, that is awesome.
Wow.
Which one does he want to go for is the question. Does he want to keep that one there? It's going to be 3 damage, and he's going to actually choose it. Very, very smart play.
He's going to block him on that one.
Wow.
MarketeerFred is his 1 card. He's definitely going to draw something here.
He's not happy. He cannot be happy right now. Oh, you could change with the body. You could see with the body language there, the draw was not anything he wanted.
Nope. He sits back. He knows that this is probably not his game. He's staring down the barrel of a loaded gun.
Yep. He's going to do the damage he can. Cleans him out.
Pulls out a Death Seeker. Wow, it's going to be enough to not go down on the next turn.
Wow. Yeah, that actually saved him. That may have actually changed the game in his favor. But now keep in mind, depending on what Cryxious draws here, he can still be okay. He's going to buff them all up, and this is going to be big. There's going to be a lot of damage.
Whoa! That was an impressive comeback. Cryxious fending off Fred. Didn't even get the fireball, but got enough attack to break through.
Wow,
really impressive.
That is the absolute heartbreaker for MarketeerFred.
Yep, so he is down 2-1 now. Cryxious only needs 1 more win in order to take this one home. It'll be interesting to see if Fred can pull it through. What do you think?
Yeah, and dude, like we said it before, the beginning game, MarketeerFred absolutely has to get those beginning creatures out there, man. And if he doesn't, it is done. So if I'm him and I'm looking at it and I look at my cards and I see a little bit more mid game, like late, early game cards, I'm saying screw it, and I'm mulliganing.
Absolutely.
I'm going to just roll the dice and say, you know what, screw it.
Yeah.
I need this here.
He just
And
wants to get
without
his
further
rolls
ado,
out.
we are going into game number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, if Cryxious wins this, he will be our Gen Con event winner. And looking at his cards here, he likes this. This is good. Doesn't have the Wolf Captain in the front hand, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have Fireball.
He's looking for that tax collector. That's his bread
He
and butter.
mulliganed.
He mulliganed, and he still did not get the tax collector.
Wow.
But he's still looking pretty. He's not going to be able to play anything on the first turn, though.
Yep, so he's going to increase his might here. We're still going to see the traditional 3-4, the 3-4-1. On the other side, MarketeerFred puts 1 point in magic right off the break, and this is exactly what he wants. Notice how the 2 creatures come out early.
Absolutely,
He is going to get some good damage here early on, and that is what Fred needed.
This is how he took the first game.
Yep.
Just getting those ghouls out,
Those
getting
ghouls-
the strong rush.
Those goals really make the big difference, especially here in the
Fearsome
early game.
beasts.
He does have the Wolf Captain. He was lucky enough to draw that. But he
Yeah.
doesn't have really... He may use the Fireball, but at the same time, it's like you kind of want to get that Wolf Captain down so you can start building, seeing since your resources are so low. But he's going to go with the Marksman. He's going to basically say, you have to put someone in front of me.
Absolutely. He wants to get a few more resources in hand so he can build up around the Wolf Captain in one fell swoop. But he's going to counter with the Vampire Knight. That's a really tough,
that's tough for him.
tough board to look at.
Cryxious now looking at his hands.
There's his tax collector.
Going to throw the tax collector down in the middle of the map. In comes the Wolf Captain. Damage is going to go down. Round is going to end, and it was going to be MarketeerFred's turn. He's going to get another 4 damage in here, and that's this is exactly what we expected to see with MarketeerFred as long as these
Holy
ghouls come
cow!
down.
He's dropped
I
him
know.
down to 12 already within minutes.
It's crazy.
This
man.
is the Fred we were expecting to see.
He's so fast, man. He's just so fast. So
Oh, and then he brings out the Spectre, which has been the bane of his existence in the
dude,
last game.
It hasn't been fun for him. So he still does have a Firebolt. If he's really worried about taking too much damage, he can throw the Firebolt in the top in lane 1, and then he can throw the Death Seeker in lane 4 and just get rid of them and basically keep the battle into the middle. It's going to be a little bit interesting here.
Yeah.
He may throw down the Griffin.
He's pushed up against the wall here.
Yep. He can't afford to take too much more damage. Both games have came down to 7, and right now the lead is significant in favor of MarketeerFred. So he's going to get the buff here for the Wolf Captain, throwing the card down. It's going to be huge for him.
I can't believe in the first 4 turns he was able to drop him down
Yeah,
8
dude,
health
I
on
know.
the hero. That was really impressive.
He's going to go for it. I think he's going to try to get rid of it.
Yep, he's going to get rid of that ghoul. He doesn't want any more damage to go
Worth
through.
it. Oh,
Dropping
great
out the
play.
Vampire Knight.
Wow. Will he actually move the... He might. No? He's not going to go for the
get the
move.
Wolf Captain out of the way? No,
No.
he thinks he can take the damage from it just fine.
Yeah, he should be able to. The Griffin's not going to have any real problem here. It's only going to be 2 damage done from the ghoul. And MarketeerFred, I think he got that kind of mortal chill down his spine.
Well, he was fucking excited there. Like,
Yeah,
seeing what was going on
exactly,
on the
dude.
board.
It was
Yeah.
looking really, really good.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm back in this, but it was just not going for him.
Oh, Contreras.
The Lamasu!
Here comes the zigzag, and he's actually going to increase his destiny at the end. So
Yeah.
I wonder what card he actually drew in the back. We've never seen him touch
Never,
that
not
at
once.
all.
It is just might. These guys are all about drawing the extra card.
So there's no real reason. Oh, he does have the Fireball, so we will actually see him probably put 1 point into his magic. But more importantly, he has to really get those more stacks on the Wolf Captain.
Well, he needs to boost that Wolf Captain. He needs to get the Spectre out of the way. This is we've been seeing this entire series. It is the buffed Wolf Captain staring down the Spectre. And
It has been, man.
It's going to be who's going to blink first, you know?
Oh, is he not going to go for it? It's going to be interesting. So he's going to go for the draw card here. He drew a card instead of buffing his magic. And the main reason why is because if he plays, the main place he would want to play that Fireball is going to be in row 2.
Yeah.
And he would be taking damage from that as well and losing his Wolf Captain.
Yeah, he
So
doesn't
it's like,
need it right
it's
now.
not worth it.
Fred's got the zigzag out. It's diverted.
Yep. So now he does have 4 resources here. We're probably going to see as the chain in the front row will be completed just to get that 1 extra buff here for the Wolf
Absolutely.
Captain. And it's going to be the Glory. Smart
Radiant
move.
Glory.
Yep. Radiant Glory.
Oh,
he doesn't want to take that damage, man.
Well, I wonder at this point if he's thinking that maybe he should have used that firebolt on the Spectre. That way he would have had enough attack to take him out there.
But you know, it's going to do 4 damage to his Wolf Captain. He's going to lose his Wolf Captain. And I think he's weighing it like this. I think I can hold on to the Fireball and wait for him to kind of make a costly mistake. He does have the Griffin, and he's not going to attack with Griffin. Why? A little bit interesting. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, he's not going to do a lot of attack to that Lingering Ghost there. So.
Yeah. So now it is on the MarketeerFred. Here comes a little bit of duel here. Notice how there was no damage done because it is an Incorporeal, so
yep. For Incorporeal, it's all damage is halved, rounded down. Doesn't matter because that's only 1, so it's not going to do 0.5 damage to him. So it's totally neutralizes that.
This is tough, man. But continue.
Oh, I was saying, and for those of you tuning in, MarketeerFred's hero has the ability that gives all Incorporeal creatures. Oh, and there goes down the Wolf Captain. The core of his entire army is gone now.
And now you got to
see what he comes back
now
with.
he's got to be saying, why the hell didn't I just use the Fireball? If I knew that was going to happen, why the hell?
That's what he should have done, exactly.
Yep.
Well, at least he's going to draw some blood here for the first time from Fred.
Yeah. That's for true.
He has been waiting to do this, and he has an open shot with the Expert Marksman.
He does.
He's going to see what he can do to buff him first.
Oh, yeah. He wants to do as much damage as humanly possible. He's going to increase his magic. So now he can use the Fireball if he really wants to. But still here at the end of the day, we are seeing as... I don't know if he's going to use it or not. It's going to be interesting. He could take out that back row and start doing a lot of damage, but at the same time, it's like, does he want to? Like, I don't know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to see him do it. But you know, if I'm hit, I don't know, man.
It's not coming together the way that he wants it to, obviously.
No,
right now.
it is not. And so he's shifting the cards around here. He's going to do a little bit of damage, and
he's going to get that touch on him.
He's going to throw down the Expert Marksman. Doesn't want to use the Death Seeker just yet. And now we're seeing a 0 here. So if he does get a Wolf Captain, he is going to get a nice buff as soon as he spawns.
He doesn't want to get any of that retaliation damage right now.
No,
he doesn't. Far away from it.
God, it's such a heartbreaker.
Oh, and there it is. It's going to get rid of the Radiant Glory.
Oh,
it's
man.
It's going to be enough to hit the Expert Marksman.
Yep, and the Griffin's finally going to go down.
Oh, and the Spectre comes back. Wow, that was the last thing.
That is basically the Achilles heel of Cryxious, is that Scepter.
It's got so much health, and he can't touch it with his creatures. He needs to come after it with one of his spells.
Yeah, and I think he's at the point now where he may actually... he still doesn't have the row to actually...
Is it Fireball time?
No, it's not time.
Yet.
It just isn't time. He just doesn't have the damage to do it. Doing just 1 damage in the bottom.
He wants to kill that so bad.
So
he
bad.
Just can't get it. It's whittling away.
Does he want to take out row 3 with the Death Seeker? I think he's going to. Yep.
Smart move. Get rid of it.
Get rid
Kill
of it.
the Lamassu.
Take some damage here at the champion. Definitely worth it.
You want to talk about obscure fantasy creatures? I don't even know what a Lamassu is.
I've never even heard of it.
A Lycan, a Wyvern are one thing, but a Lamassu is something...
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys get that from? Did you make it up?
Absolutely not. It is from the very rich and deep Might and Magic universe.
Yeah. What's its powers?
Well, that's a regular Lamassu, so it has no powers, but there is also the Putrid Lamassu, which is a 3/1/6 creature with infection, double infection. So the Putrid Lamassu is pretty nasty, you could say.
So here comes the ceremonial zigzag once again from MarketeerFred. Bladed Glory is going to be awarded to him. He does have a Fireball in hand. He's going to use the event. Smart play. He's going to draw yet another card here. He's going to have 2 Fireballs.
Buff all of his creatures.
Buff his creatures.
He's got 2 Fireballs in hand. This is making him really dangerous right now.
Yeah, but it's still like, where's he going to get the best bang for his buck? And if I'm him, I think I go row 2.
Well, he knows that he can drop that Spectre right now and at least get 3 damage through.
Yep. He can do 3 damage, for sure.
He might not even want to play a card right now. He could buff them all again. Do a little bit extra damage. Yeah, I think he's going to go for it here. He's already played one of them. He might buff another one.
I think it's the right play. I mean, he's going to be utilizing everything he can, and he's going to buff them all yet again.
Yep, he knows the top card is a creature card. He's going to do it again. He's going to get rid of that Spectre and drop 4 damage to the enemy hero.
Yep, that's going to be big.
No, Fred is not appreciating this right now.
He can't be very happy.
Oh, and the score's evened up with that play.
Tied up,
Really
12 here.
impressive.
The shooter here is going to do 4 damage. And, you know, he could drop both fireballs on the one guy and then get 4 damage into the champion, but I don't think he wants to do that. But at this point, you know, like MarketeerFred is showing, like, he's not going to group up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really strange. I don't think MarketeerFred was expecting this kind of challenge coming into the game. And it's been funny watching this because he's always the favorite when we start out. Cryxious is always like the one teetering on the edge of total destruction. And then he just pulls out a combo that, that blows your mind.
Yep, so he's going to hold on to both fireballs now. It's going to be MarketeerFred's time.
We are tied up. Cryxious looking to take the finals right now.
Oh, man.
It's 2-1.
This is going to be tough for him to bounce back from. Looking at his card, he does have a glory. Cryxious does. Oh, man. Very wisely not playing anything. He's got 2-bladed glory, so they're going to be able to soak up at least a decent amount of damage. But he's still looking to... He's got to draw yet another card here. And he does have the Wolf Captain, so the Wolf Captain is going to help out a lot. But the bladed glories have to get on the board basically immediately. And he can't put it in those. He can't put it in row 2 with the scepters. He just can't do it anymore.
Absolutely not. Every time that Wolf Captain faces down the Spectre, they it's a matter of who blinks first, and it's always the Wolf Captain who blinks first.
And the best thing he could do,
to the Wolf Captain.
the best thing he could do is put it into row 3 and force the Scepter to move down, and then fireball and just literally sacrifice.
He's got to draw it down.
Yep,
He can get rid of all those right
and
away.
I think that's exactly what he should be setting up here.
I think Fred is smarter than that, though. He knows that if he pulls it down in one of those situations, then...
but, you know, dude, he doesn't want to be battling that, man.
Well, absolutely not.
So, Wolf Captain, possibly. We may actually see him literally throw out the Bladed Glory and then put it right back into row 2 yet again.
Yeah, those Radiant Glories have really been the bread and butter with the Wolf Captain.
And he does it again.
He's going to put it right in front of him. He's not going to try and draw him down. You think he would have learned his lesson on this one?
No, I think he's very, very confident with how it's going to be here. He doesn't have the resources to use a fireball at all. And this one's going to go, the Bladed Glory is going to go basically right behind Wolf Captain. So he gets yet another buff here. So he's going to be okay going into this round. He's not going to, he's going to lose 1 creature here. That's about it, unless something, oh God.
No, there he goes. Oh, wow. Really opened up a big gash into to Cryxious' board right now.
Yeah. Cryxious now a little bit crippled after that. He's still, MarketeerFred does have 10 resources left, so we can see a lot of play here, but at the same time, he doesn't want to use them, and he's going to keep getting this card advantage because he knows
he wants it to
has
group up.
Fireballs. He should know at this point that it's going to happen.
It smacked him enough times in earlier games. He's learned.
Oh, God. Down goes the Wolf Captain. Down goes the Bladed Glory. This is exactly what he wanted to avoid. Oh, God, dude.
Oh, wow.
They can't be happy. He can't be happy about this.
Still kept the zigzag up. MarketeerFred could be tying up this series in the next couple of turns. He does. Cryxious does not have the cards to build up right now.
He has 10 resources to work with.
He has the fireballs, but it's just going to be a total waste if he...
It's going to be such a waste, man.
That Lamassu is not worth spending it on, and it's not going to kill the Spectre or the like.
Yep. Oh, what a dagger. He can buff up some cards here. He does have a Wolf Captain. He may throw it right in front of the Scepter yet again, which...
Apparently not learning his lesson from before, but...
Well, he does have the Griffin here, so if he throws the Griffin... he's going to literally throw the Wolf Captain in row 2. He's going to then throw the Griffin or the Glory into row 3. He's going to have enough to do a full row. And this is exactly what he's doing. He's going to do a full row with the Griffin closing it off here. And so the Wolf Captain's going to have enough.
He's going to drop a blocker on the Lamassu down there. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want this to attack to go through.
Here comes the Rose. So he's okay here. He's going to do his little bit of damage here, end the turn, and at least he'll be able to take out the top row next, unless MarketeerFred actually does something. Oh,
so he's going to add a lot of attack on this one. This is...
Oh, God.
He's going to clear most of the board there with the Wolf Captain barely hanging on. But right now, Cryxious doesn't have any creature cards in his hand.
None.
And MarketeerFred is looking pretty hot there.
Ugh.
He's got one. He's definitely going to pull out another one. See if he can build up against it. But, man, he has just not been able to do anything against that zigzag.
No, dude, the zigzag's really tough. Okay, now it's time. Unleash the Fury. You gotta just do it.
Gotta do it on something, man.
You got to do it at this point. Your row 2 is going to be fine. He's going to be taken out. At least he's going to absorb some damage here.
And take it on him. Yeah, he just wants to get rid of it. That's a smart move.
Yep.
Double
Now hold on to the last one. Move that down. Yep, this is good. So finally, he's going to be moving the Wolf Captain out of harm's way.
Oh, but he doesn't have enough resources to play it.
Oh.
He wants to move that in there, but just barely doesn't have enough, and he's forced to turn it over to MarketeerFred with 6 points of damage looming on the field. It's going to drop him down to 6. Oh, that's a harsh one to take.
Yeah, well, if MarketeerFred does have a Death Seeker here, the Wolf Captain's going to say, well, I'm screwed. But if he doesn't, then he may be okay here.
Oh, it's really ugly. He plays the event card to get a +2 health on the like, and he's looking at it once again. It's the same thing. He wasted 2 fireballs on that, and he's still getting the same draw. It's outrageous.
Man. That's what he's saying. He's like, oh, fudge. Just fudge.
The PG version of what Cryxious is saying to himself right now.
Well, I was actually quoting a Christmas story. So he's going to draw yet another card here. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals of GenCon. Keep in mind it is going to be the first to 3 will take it. And right now, Cryxious is up 2-1 in this grand final.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sure. So, MarketeerFred saying, can I go to the bathroom at this? Yeah, it's fine. We'll allow it. I don't want to allow it, but we'll allow it. Playing an event card here. And he does have 5 resources left, so we won't see the fireball, but the Sun Rider will probably come out here. He absolutely has to have him out there to block. He has to. There's just no way he's going to use this right now. He can't use it. It's not going to do anything.
No.
And really,
which is strange because those usually bring a lot of pain to the board, but they mean absolutely nothing right now.
Yeah.
That zigzag has totally neutralized the entire strategy, just not helping him.
So he may throw up the tax collector into the top row just to get yet another buff. And he's going to end it, absorb some damage here, and this is going to be okay. Look at the cards that Fred has.
He's going to lose everything.
Oh, God. This isn't
going to
good.
lose everything.
That is going to... Should be...
Is this going to be GG?
It should be damn close to GG, depending on what he has left. And that's going to be the Death Seeker.
That's it. The Death Seeker comes in, and Fred ties it up. This is 2-2. We are going to another game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a quick commercial break as the players are going to go to the restroom, regain their composure. This is a big Game 5, so please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Tweet the stream. Tell your friends. Might and Magic Duel of Champs.
It's going down. It is down to the last game. This is for the marbles and the seals.
You and these marbles, man.
Yeah, we're not actually giving away any marbles.
Imagine if you did. Like, you just gave away a bag of marbles.
That would be kind of a fantastic thing. You could say, hey, I actually did win all of the marbles.
Dude, I got marbles. But so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have the final game. So stay tuned.
It's on.
Sending tweets.
enter the fight with your favorite hero. Choose from hundreds of cards to build your deck. Defeat your opponent with cunning strategies and awesome abilities, and become the ultimate champion. Might and Magic Duel of Champions, the online card game. Play now for free on PC and iPad.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Grand Finals. It has gone the distance. We are here at Game 5.
Game 5.
Alongside of Chase Straight from Ubisoft. Chase, going into this Game 5, who do you favor here?
Oh, man, I don't think you can even...
No, you got to pick. Throwing you under the bus here.
Oh, okay. Are we going up against each other? I mean, I think Cryxious is probably has the best chance to do it. He's a lot more methodical. It's really sort of his game to lose as far as the methodology that he puts into it. But I really have no idea.
This is going to be a very, very, very good starting hand for him. He does have his 2 fireballs. He does have his boost, and he does have his wolf captain.
This is everything that he wants in a hand. Every single one of his cards.
This is going to be the mid-game domination. We're not going to see it go into the late game where he can't deal with the scepters or anything like that. This is going to be very, very good. And the marksman kind of top it all off here. This is great. He has it.
So I'm guessing that you're sharing my opinion on the Cryxious going into this first game here.
Based on these first cards, man, that's exactly what he needed to really propel him into the next level. He does have a Griffin as well, so he's going to have a lot of damage here early on, which is going to be good. He's going to get the Wolf Captain out, and he will be able to play the Griffin as well.
This is such a tough one to call, though. I mean, these guys have traded wins back and forth going down to the wire. You know, it's really hard to call a favorite.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. And anything can happen in this, but based on the 2 fireballs, and you know, it's going to be really hard for MarketeerFred to even get a zigzag going on with the limited amount of resources we have at the beginning stages. So I think, you know, if anything gets a little bit crazy, he can kind of use his, you know, fireball whenever necessary. He does have yet another Wolf Captain, so we'll probably see him be thrown into level 3.
Yep, I think he's always at his best when he has that double Wolf Captain going on. Like that is when he gets disgusting.
Great
He's going to drop a ton of damage right away on him. Holy crap.
Yeah. So that's going to be 6 damage done here as we're hearing a little bit of applause in the background. People pulling for Cryxious. MarketeerFred really trying to plan his move here. He's only going to do 2 damage to the Wolf Captain here, but it is going to be 2 damage that will add up, but really in row 4 here, he's going to get a free 2 damage to the champion, and as we saw last time, it was definitely good. And now we are seeing he's going to be waiting, and here comes the Scepter.
It is the classic Wolf Captain
Scepter
staring down the Spectre. It's this is the classic matchup between these guys. I feel like sometimes we're almost watching the exact same game being played with these guys. They know where they want to put their cards. They know exactly how they're going to go after each other, and it's just a matter of who makes the first mistake.
So this is going to be kind of interesting here for Cryxious. He does have his fireballs, but I think he may actually hold off on buffing off the magic and actually go for a draw card here, just to see if he can kind of complete this chain.
Yep. He wants to get as much attack on those Wolf Captains as possible.
Well, you know, he does have the ability to move the Wolf Captain down, so he could actually get him out of harm's way from the Scepter and try to do a little bit of damage elsewhere, causing MarketeerFred to actually move around the board, which could be interesting.
And you gotta wonder, he's got him in a pretty protected spot there, and he's super buffed. Even if he drops 2 of these buffs down here, and it's a +2 attack, he can do a lot of damage on here, like, right away.
He's going to be able to do a lot of damage anyways on MarketeerFred's champion, which is going to be nice. He's going to actually buff him up, too. And it's going to be big.
God. That is what he's looking for.
Bam!
Wow, and he drops him down to 5 health right off the bat. Whoa.
This may be very, very quick. He's contemplating actually attacking with the Wolf Captain here. He's going to get some damage here. There's the retaliation. He's not worried about it. Here it comes, and you know what? Next round we are going to see the Fireball come in. He's going to take the damage to his Wolf Captain and his Griffin. Depending on what actually MarketeerFred does here, if you're MarketeerFred, you got to be a little bit weary.
He could be out on the 6th turn going into the last
game.
Man. Maybe he should have just held it down.
Tough. This is going to be interesting.
Keep the tension.
So there's going to be 2 more damage done to the Wolf Captain.
Not going to be enough.
Oh, man.
Just thinking about what he can do here.
Oh.
7 attack on the bottom Wolf Captain. That's insane.
He's got to put... Oh, that's big. But at the same time here, he does have the marksman behind him. He could waste a fireball and actually do it. It'll be enough. If he uses the fireball... If he uses... Oh, he doesn't have the resources, though. So he does have fire bolts. That could take out the scepter in row 2.
All he has to do is level up his magic, drop the fireball on the top specter, and then he has enough 5 damage to break through to...
Yeah, but the problem is row 2, the fireball's going to wipe him out, too, in the front.
No, that's true. He's not going to have it there.
Yeah, see, that's why you have me here, man.
The Duel of Champions expert pro player.
Imagine. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. He does have a firebolt, so if I'm him, I'm probably going to use the firebolt anyways on row 2 and kind of take down some damage on the scepter and then just get it out of there immediately. But there's no real sense of urgency here.
Well, I wonder alternatively if he hits him with the Griffin, drops him down to 1, and then he hits him with the firebolt doing 2 damage, then that should effectively, at least even bring him down to about 2 health. It's not going to be the killing blow, but it's going to be something.
I think he's thinking about attacking row 3 here and getting it out. I think he may just get rid of it entirely, which wouldn't be a bad idea. He's going to have to use 6 resources, so it'll be a fireball plus the firebolt. And I think that's it's going to end up being what it's going to be,
he's not going to have enough to take it out with just the spells.
Nope. It's going to be time.
Just thinking about it.
I think you go for it, man. You got to at this point.
Yep, he's down to about 20 seconds left on the game clock. He has to make a decision right now about what he's going to do. He has 2 fireballs. I don't see a problem wasting it. He might as well throw something down.
Yep,
he's got 10 seconds.
Here comes.
He's going to do it.
Yep, and this is going to put... Oh, here comes the damage.
Yep, he's going to open up a lane here.
Yep, he's going to open up a lane here, and now here comes some significant damage, and that's going to do it for the round.
Gets him right in the nick of time.
So this is going to be interesting for MarketeerFred. He's going to instantly take the first damage here. It's going to knock him down 4, so putting him down to 10. And now, does he have a scepter? He absolutely has to get a creature in his row 3, or it is going to be GG.
He has to get something out here right now.
I mean, he has like 12 cards.
Well, the thing is if he's able to hold off the middle. Oh,
I thought he was placing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no. And, of course, another one comes out.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's not going to be as scary as he thinks it is, though. All he has to do is drop a fireball on it, and that is gone. Yep. I think that is GG right there. The fireball
is going to do it.
Cryxious takes it. GenCon tournament champion. Wow.
Cryxious is going to be crowned our GenCon event winner. Big round of applause here for Cryxious. Valiant battle.
Good job, gentlemen. We're going to bring you guys in here for a quick post-game interview, and then we are going to hook up our champion with the check.
Well, Chase, that was a much faster game than I was expecting going in to Game 5.
After having so many long games, that total toss-up, Cryxious just went straight for the throat.
Wild.
And it was disgusting. We bring the microphone out here. Let's get the competitors in. Well done, guys. Let me turn you over to Gandhi here.
Thanks. So, Cryxious, you pulled it off, man. How does it feel?
Wow. I mean, the last spell being a fireball, had those in hand. It was kind of like just waiting for the right opportunity. And I had the perfect curve with the Taxman coming out, the Wolf Captains, just setting up those 2 main lanes in the center really put some pressure on them. And, I mean, we're at resources of 5 or 6, and it's hard for an opponent to really deal with that because that's one of the powers of Haven is get out the little guys because they cost so little. Yeah. And, I mean, the entire series, I have to say, I made a misplay in Game 4. I should have kept the Peddler in hand because the Peddler would have allowed me to get Light of Tomorrow. Yep. And I don't think there's any way that you can handle that with your deck. I don't know if you have a Dispel or anything like that. Huh. But, it was an unbelievable series.
Yeah, definitely a worthy opponent. Not happy to have lost, but someone who earned his win. I think more often than not, your deck does take the win in a long series just because if the game goes long, Light of Tomorrow has too much card advantage just constantly. It'll eventually recur wolf captains, and at that point, there's no solution for my particular deck.
Right.
It was a good game. It was a good series.
Well, it really, for you, it's kind of dependent on if you get those really cheap goals
Yep.
out in the front row. I mean,
Yep.
you did 10 damage to him by round, I think, 3, and you had no answer for it. There was nothing he could do. So it's really kind of draw dependent.
In that matchup, I'm definitely the aggro. I have to kill him. He has to just stabilize. So I couldn't do it in the last game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome
well,
job, man. Congrats.
It was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cryxious, you are our event winner. How does it feel, man?
Man, I have to say thanks to everybody that helped me work on the deck. Again, to Mirth and to Gordo Gaming and to Super Red Jack, everybody that's come through my Twitch channel and helped support me. It's been a really it's been a fun and learning experience, right? I traveled all the way here from Atlanta, and you know, Mrs. Cryxious told me the night before I left. She's like, I'd like to possibly go to France. So the pressure was in there, and I didn't sleep at all that night. I was like, I'm not going. If I win this tournament, I'm not necessarily going. I still have to compete online, right? But Mrs. Cryxious is on my side, so
nice.
I had to bring home the bacon. So,
yeah, you did. You really did. Well, without further ado, here comes Chase to present you with your amazing
the
check.
magic check.
3,000 seals, and you're going to use these to load up your deck for the next stage of the tournament here.
Definitely, it's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, well done. We've been waiting for this moment.
Ooh, big check, big stuff.
Awesome. So we're going to see you again in September
That would be great.
for the U.S. Live Tournament playoffs. You can use these to help boost your deck. And
we got to see because there's some competition to keep an eye out on. But great stuff. Thank you, Ubisoft. Thank you for all the watchers today. Thank you for the people that have been following me on Twitch and also on Twitter. Thanks to Gandhi for casting. Great stuff. And just thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up.
well, thank you.
Awesome.
So, Chase, we are finally at the end.
Whoa!
We
Did
are
not
still
see that one
finally at the
coming.
end. Yeah, it was a very, very fast. It was a great best-of-5 series going all the way to the distance. On behalf of myself, I want to thank Ubisoft for having me out here. Conan's production team doing all the work here and the opportunity. It's been awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's
well,
been a
thank
blast.
you for being here. It's been a pleasure. The entire team here at GenCon has been doing an excellent job. Thank you guys so much for joining our stream. Hit follow so you can see more of our excellent streams coming to you. And just thank you so much for being a part of this on the road to Paris.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. That's going to do it for us here at the Might and Magic Duel Champions booth. Download the game. It's free to play.
Yep.
And other than that, we'll see you later.
See you next week in Fan Expo Canada.
Woo.